holiday season is in full swing, and the stockings on the fireplace need to be stuffed.
You know what that means.
And I don't mean that sexually. Thanks to our sponsor, Manscaped, you're guaranteed the gift to the men in your life, to the men. You're guaranteed to gift the men in your life the best gifts for their trees. Manscaped is the leader in men's below-the-waist grooming and is trusted by more than 4 million men worldwide. Make sure he's joining them on Christmas morning.
Wow. That's so cute. That's sweet.
Guys, welcome to the podcast. Welcome to Monday morning. Welcome to the Christmas season, the holiday season.
The birth of Christ is nigh.
The war on Christmas is near.
Is in full swing.
And we are on the front lines.
You know how when sometimes you say Merry Christmas to somebody and they stop you and they go, no, Happy Holidays.
That's what we do.
That's what we do.
Yeah, we stop you right in your tracks. We say, not here.
Right now as you're listening
Not in
to
this elevator.
As you're listening to this, we're in Texas. We're in Texas and we're driving around and we're tearing down Christmas decorations.
Yep.
This is not...
Who cares if it's personal property?
I don't
care.
I don't care one bit.
I'm out there. I'm using Christmas trees to knock down Christmas trees.
I'm using Christmas trees to knock down people.
Good for you,
that
babe.
say Merry Christmas.
Good for you. That's brave.
Mm-hmm.
Good. So we've been, we'll be in Texas. If you are listening to this, we're going to be in Austin, Texas tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're in Austin, Texas, come to the Creek in the Cave tonight. If you're in San Antonio, come to LOL Comedy Club.
Laugh Out Loud.
Laugh Out Loud?
Yeah, Laugh Out Loud on Riverwalk. I think it's on Riverwalk. You would know better if you live in that area.
And if you are in Dallas, come to the Addison Improv on Wednesday night. Mm-hmm. And if you're in Houston, come to the Houston Improv on Thursday night.
Thursday night.
That was a lot of dates for me to remember, and it was very difficult.
And if you're in Vancouver, I'll be up there where they don't celebrate Christmas because
they're correct.
They're a correct country. So I'll be in Vancouver Thursday and Friday. That's the 16th and 17th. And then on the 18th, I'll be at one of my favorite clubs.
Oh, my God.
In the god dang world.
Oh, my God.
Hecklers.
Babe.
British Columbia.
Babe.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot.
What'd you forget?
I forgot to say.
Oh, shit.
Part of the ad.
Which part? Oh.
I forgot to say the part that was highlighted. The most important part.
I see.
Can you believe?
I see it.
So they are consider all of that part of the ad. I mean, I don't know what line Manscaped's walking in terms of the Christmas war, but
yeah.
I do want to say get 20% off plus free shipping at manscaped.com with the code FYB. Okay?
And
they asked for a 15-second pre-roll and they got a lot more.
They got a lot more. And honestly, think about this. You buy your dad a Manscaped, you know? Say, hey, Dad, Mom said...
that she wants to see your balls look like Christmas ornaments.
Yeah, she said she's sick of them looking like old strawberries in the fridge.
Yeah.
So clean them up. Clean them up,
and
pops.
I can't... Yeah, well, I'll save the story for later because we do have a Manscaped story, but we're going to save it for the ad. Because we know how to fucking time shit out.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we do.
Man, I got the most obnoxious call today.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. About your branding.
Yeah. I got a very... I mean, it wasn't meant shitty, but I was just not in the mood to get it. You know, when somebody's like they're just doing their job, telling you what they got to tell you. You can't shoot the messenger.
Yeah.
Not unless, a messenger murdered your parents.
Yeah, if it's a messenger that's breaking into your home and you are in a stand your ground state.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I couldn't shoot the messenger in this case, and I was called this morning and I was, I did hire a social media company to handle like my stuff because I don't want to do it. Mm-hmm. And, I was told to put together some promotional videos for my road dates.
It's great.
But I was also told that doing straight promo videos where you just say the club and where you're going to be, those don't do well. You gotta do something authentic. You gotta get out there in the streets and show people the way you live. You You got to show them the authentic you.
Wait,
They got to see you grocery shopping and walking mouse and picking up her poop.
They want you to market, but they aren't happy with you just marketing. They want you to do it specifically.
They want me to do it, they want to throw some razzle dazzle on it.
And that's just
But they want the
included
razzle
in your
dazzle to be authentic.
Authentic.
And there's nothing more authentic than razzle dazzle, as we all know.
Yeah, put
there's
some
nothing
makeup
more
on.
authentic than throwing a boa on and, putting on a full beat and just getting out there in the streets and showing the people how fabulous you are without even
Dancing.
trying.
Yeah. Doing like a catwalk kind of situation down a crosswalk.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, I took the note. And did I take it in a real smart ass way? A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, she did. She burned some bridges. I don't, when I think of like promotional videos that do well, I think of Bert Kreischer, and I can't like do what he does. What does he do?
He he's like lassoing in a field with like a Speedo on, and it's funny and it works for him. But if I did that, everybody would be like, Rosie's losing her mind. Like if people
could put on a bikini and lasso mouse, try to catch mouse with a rope.
If I did that, you would lose your mind. You would be so upset.
No.
Yeah, you would. You'd be like, what are you doing with your titties all out?
No, I want them out. I want people to see what I have.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because I'll do it.
I know you will.
You know how much faster
There's still
we'll get somewhere
multiple
in this business if I just sell my body?
I don't know if that's a good idea.
Listen, I got like 2 more years on this thing. 2 more years. And then I'm letting everything go.
What do you mean?
I mean, I'm going to look like this
salt and pepper shaker?
salt and pepper shaker. I'm going to look like a person standing.
You're going to look like a short ghost?
Yeah, short ghost.
Yeah. Well, I hope.
Like a
hope
midget
not.
Klansman.
I think that's absurd because you would never let yourself you wouldn't let yourself chill enough. Your heart rate, your metabolism burns at such a fiery rate.
Oh, thank you.
You're burning fat no
Very
matter
kind
what.
of you. Babe, do you know we do have I wanted to say to the listeners, because it's been a while since I've said this, because I think I was being obnoxious about it, where I was like telling people to go rate the podcast.
Yeah.
But we got some new reviews, and I wanted to read them because I appreciated them.
Oh, yeah. And we also have to invite, like, what has it been, 3 weeks since we
announced a Patreon?
Yeah.
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 And I bet you guys have really enjoyed that, because I will say, I love reading the Patreon members. I love welcoming you to the pod. But does it slow the podcast down? It does. We can all acknowledge that it slows this podcast to it just grinds to a halt. But we do have to do it because that's what we promised, and we do deliver on our promises here at Find Your Beach, Find Your Bitch, whatever you call us.
Yeah.
Can you pass me your vape, please?
I don't know how to get to the.
Yeah, you're not really quick on the draw here. Okay. Here we go. The first one's literally to you, Andy.
Oh, wow.
And I'm not even sure. I feel like we've read it, but maybe we haven't.
Okay.
It's 5 stars.
Great.
It's I have been a fan of Andy Haynes for a few years now in his dedication to self-deprecation. I had the pleasure of sharing the dance floor with him at Ricky Lake's birthday party, wherein we had locked eyes for several moments and had made obscene facial expressions directed towards one another, or at least so I thought. I've never heard of Rosebud until recently. Okay, as she had never entered my sphere of influence, but I am
Seems normal.
delighted at the playful, contentious banter exhibited by this podcast. Why does this feel like someone who fucked you and is really upset that we're seeing each other?
Their name is Forrest.
You don't know that.
Yeah.
Their name is not Forrest Plump.
Yes, it is. That's a legal name.
Their relationship is like a mashup of Lucy and Ricky from I Love Lucy and Ren and Stimpy. Yeah, that's not wrong.
No, that's not wrong at all.
That is not wrong. I'm glad that Andy plugged this podcast on Comtown and will continue to use this to drown out my near meaningless existence.
And
thanks.
Forrest, it is meaningless, and it doesn't have to do anything with your personal success or your obligations. Life is meaningless because at the end of the day, we just turn back into the carbon that we came from. We're all just stardust, and your experiences will vanish with you.
And that's
So,
why you don't have to recycle.
not
Okay,
wrong.
next one is Long Live Mouse. Fell down a rosebud rabbit hole after Chelsea's podcast and haven't crawled out. Don't plan to. These two are so silly and fun to listen to. If you're looking for a mood booster, this is it.
Or
Or
an SSRI. Those also work.
Wellbutrin.
Yeah.
we have some fun bad advice questions that we'll get to later in the podcast.
I'm excited
If you want
about
some
them.
bad advice, you can text us at 917-540-8395.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
You got it.
You can also DM us on our Instagram, which is Find Your Beach Pod, right?
Yep.
Find Your Beach Pod that's at Instagram. What am I saying? I'm so tired.
Instagram.com/findyourbeachpod.
Oh my God.
Or you can email us at fybpod@gmail.com.
Anyways, thank you guys so much for writing in your bad advice questions, leaving us reviews. We really appreciate it. Means the world to us. And it's keeping our marriage afloat. Mm-hmm. So
It's the only obligation we have since don't have children, and Mouse has joined a slut camp. I don't know what that is.
yeah, it's
but
called Slut Camp.
she's going to slut camp. And
They have merch.
It's like a boarding school for pro sluttiness.
Yeah.
Well, anyways,
Slut Camp. Boarding school for sluts.
she emancipated herself from us, and she's on her way to slut camp. And so no kids, no dog, podcast.
It's just
That's all
us.
we got.
Yeah. Just us and you guys. You are our kids. Mm-hmm. Speaking of kids, I want to congratulate Meg the nurse, who is one of our listeners, on the birth of her little
God.
baby.
That's right. That's so exciting.
One of our Patreon members.
Meg the nurse.
We spent, I don't know what's going on in the Christmas tree inflation in this country, but we spent about $150. Was it $150 on our fucking Christmas tree?
200.
Which I've been told looks like a Christmas bush.
It's not the best. It definitely looked better when it was
Wrapped up.
When it was wrapped up, we were like, this is a good looking tree. And now it kind of looks like
It looks like someone lost weight only in their neck. Yeah. Like a ton of weight only in their neck.
it's like a decapitated. It's like it's got a shrunken head. That's really the truth of the matter.
Yeah, I mean it's a very strange, if you see somebody who's like a big person and then they lost weight and their neck is just a pencil. You're going to be like, how you holding that thing up? How you holding up that neck? That's what our Christmas tree looks like. It's just it's an abomination. I want to ask for some of our money back at least. And I want to show the guy the DMs that I've gotten just trashing our Christmas tree, which I spent a good 3 days trying to decorate to make it look normal. And it doesn't. It's upsetting. It's like if you make a baby for what?
The Gmail password?
No idea.
Okay, I'm going to look it up real quick. Keep talking.
No, we'll announce the Patreon members next week.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
We'll just do that. So if you've joined the Patreon, thank you so much. We will announce your names next week, but we don't want to slow down the pace of the pod because it's
we're
deliver.
rocking and rolling.
We're
rocking and
entertainment.
rolling, and people don't want to hear all this information right now. But
they
you
don't
will
give
be
a fuck.
shouted out, like Luca Lonkar or Meg the nurse or Christy, mother of Pumpkin, or Anna Gianette.
Okay. So we have. My point was, I want to go to the Christmas people.
Yeah.
The Christmas people.
The people that sold us the tree.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I want to say, look, we gave you
$200.
Was it $180?
It's $180 plus a $40
you-
stand.
What?
Yeah, we really got hoodwinked.
Why were we thinking that was okay?
I just went, and you went, meh, and so we did it.
Was I doing a lot better 2 weeks ago than I am now financially? I feel like I was.
No, I just think you were probably...
It's feast or famine here.
It probably had something to do with your, what do you call it? Acupuncture. You were probably coming off of that acupuncture high.
Oh, shit.
And you were like, whatever, we support the trees,
Yeah.
And then here we are.
Yeah, we support the trees is what I was thinking.
Is it?
Yeah, we support the trees.
Is that what you said?
You know what it's shaped like? It's shaped like a gumdrop.
Yeah, it's got a very gumdrop. Actually, It's shaped like
It's shaped like our salt and pepper shakers.
it's shaped like a midget Klansman.
Oh, stop saying midget. I
Small,
sorry I said
tiny
it.
person Klansman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, it's not great.
A Pac-Man ghost. How about that?
Pac-Man ghost.
That's
It's Pac-Man
perfect.
ghost shaped.
It's Pac-Man ghost shaped.
So, do
We
you think
should
if
cut the top off.
then it's just ridiculous.
But
Like,
it's
like,
funny, you know?
okay, fine. We can do that. We can cut the top off.
And then it's really, we make it flat up there, and then it really is a Christmas bush.
Yeah.
And then we hit people with it. Remember?
Yep.
Earlier when we were
Yeah.
talking about hitting people with it?
Yeah. I mean, you could have just done the callback without like saying that you're doing the callback.
Yeah.
You know? Believe in yourself.
Okay.
So are you excited about our shows? Are you excited to get back on the road? It's been about 3 weeks off the road. And if
For
you ask,
you.
yeah.
I've only been back for a week. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to be in warm weather. I'm excited to be in cool cities. Mm-hmm. I'm not excited for how much travel I've signed up for.
Yeah, I don't know what we were thinking doing like Christmas at both of our moms' houses. That is the whole reason I got married, was so that I would only have to do like one Christmas.
Well,
and that I could do it
the
at
New
home.
Year's Eve gig.
That was the whole reason I
The
got
New
married.
Year's Eve gig really fucked us. That's what ruined it. Because we were going to do Christmas in Seattle. It would have made perfect sense to go up straight after Austin, go to Seattle, spend Christmas there, come home, New Year's Eve in New York. But
Yeah.
instead, like a dummy, I booked us New Year's Eve in Seattle.
Well, it's going to be fun.
It's not going to be fun.
It's going to be a fun couple of shows.
We're going to be tired. We're going
No.
to be tired the whole time.
No, because I'm going to come back. I'm going to do acupuncture,
Okay.
which is sort of like my new superpower thing.
Okay, yeah.
You know, like I'm using acupuncture. It's actually probably not healthy. It's probably not the way that you're supposed to do acupuncture. Like I went in there after the first time and I was like, oh man, I'm like high from this shit.
Yeah.
And then went back this week. Didn't have the same effect.
Just
I was
pain, right?
No, not at all. It wasn't pain. It was like I was just restless. Like she put needles in the top of my head, and then I had these headphones on that were on the back of my head, but I kept being scared they were going to slide forward and just like stick the needles into my head. And that fucked up the whole session for me. I was like, this is not okay.
Yeah, there's a thing with the needles that I've had both times I've done acupuncture where you move a little and you're like, oh, yep, there's a needle in me. You know, like you feel it and you're like, whoa, don't like that.
Yeah.
Don't like that at all.
Yeah. Well, you're not supposed to move.
I went running. Was I not supposed to?
You went running with the needles in?
I went to the gym next door and did some treadmill and it hurt. It hurt a lot. I was bleeding.
Well, you're not supposed to put like a sports bra on over the needles either. Andy wears a sports bra in this joke.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rosebud's been vaping into the shot, which is kind of the moot point for the HD cameras.
Well, it's fine. I mean, everybody on YouTube knows that this is my house.
This is a vape. Everybody on YouTube knows this is a vape channel.
Yeah, I don't know why Juul hasn't reached out, or Air Bar or Puff Bar. I don't know where the fuck you guys are.
I don't think any of those companies are legit. I think they're ran by like a college student who just works in crypto. He
Probably has connections to the Russian mob.
Yeah, a Chinese like factory just gets instructions on which chemicals to put in there.
Yeah, well, still, they could use some promo,
Yeah.
especially if they're crypto guys. You know, it's like the podcast world, the crypto world.
Yeah, if anybody
exist
from
together.
if anybody from Bitcoin wants to sponsor this pod, you're welcome to.
You know what I was thinking about, Andy?
No.
I was thinking about how, can you turn your fucking ringer off?
Well, I have to be ready for Delta to call. Jesus Christ.
I was thinking about how like the podcast world, there's all different kinds of podcasts, but there's this whole section of the podcast world that is like kind of like dancing with the QAnon people, you know, like just kind of like,
You mean tiptoeing into it?
yeah, just like, and they're doing it funny, but there's this like within that same world, in some of those podcasts, there's like these people are like pandering to the left. And I think that what bothers me, I've been trying to like figure out what bothers me about that. And it's like, that they're pretending that they don't pander to the other people. They're like, we don't pander. And it's like, no, you're pandering to the exact opposite crowd.
Well, I think that
there's the same.
I think what it is that they feel like because it's like like alternative viewpoint that you can't pander to it. You know what I mean?
Right. But that's ridiculous because it's not an alternative viewpoint. It's literally 50% of people.
Did you see?
And the other 50% are, well, let's not say 50-50, but like, because there's a whole section in the middle that like has a sense of humor about shit.
Did you see the Jim Brewer doing comedy at the conservative convention?
Yeah, doing the bird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doing a cockatiel impression.
Yeah, of what we're like with Dr. Fauci.
Yeah, but I was watching that and I was like, I don't think he's bombing as hard as that video makes him look like he's bombing.
Oh, I don't even think he's bombing. I just think that he's performing for like, he's doing the wrong thing.
I don't think he's doing the wrong thing. I think he found an audience. He's doing what he has to do to like find his audience. And that's fine. Do whatever. Fine. But like, you are also, you are who you are making fun of.
Who?
Like Jim Brewer and.
But he's making fun of like the liberals.
Yeah, but he is the same. He's the same, he's doing the same talking points that the right does, the same way that the left does. All those talking points that he's making fun of the left for, he's doing them for the right. Mm-hmm. So I'm just like, you're the same person. Yeah. You picked a different side, but you're the same fucking type of entertainer.
I guess. Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Because I swear to God, the second that he let's say Jim Brewer tomorrow was like, you know what, guys? I think I've been misguided here. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't completely abandon the thought that the left is a little brainwashed, but I feel like maybe there is something to this science. People who have now embraced Jim Brewer as like a voice for the right.
Yeah.
They're going to go, fuck you, sell out, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, so you're just choosing to pander to a different audience. That's the thing that has been bugging me for so long about that.
I don't know if I agree, but, we're all allowed to have our own opinions.
You seem pretty upset.
No, I'm more upset because it was like, I guess it just seemed tacky to me. Like it just seems like, I do think that to some extent, you're right about the like left being vague. I mean, I think both sides are brainwashed. I think both sides are going to follow the information that helps them feel right about what they already said.
Yeah.
But, I just think that, how would I put it?
Well, if you agree with that, then you kind of see my point.
Yeah, but I don't think anybody's like, it's like he's like making fun of like the safety protocols of COVID people to the people that are the only people dying of COVID anymore. So that, to like reinforce that belief, I don't know. It's not like he's responsible. He's a comedian, but it's definitely like you're working against kind of the progress of humanity. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think both work against the progress of humanity in different ways. I mean, one is literally truly killing people.
Wait, so you think like vaccines and masks are also responsible for?
No. I'm saying that the left is in its own way slowing the progress of humanity by eliminating nuance from conversation and putting everything in like black and white terms and being like, and wanting and holding American. So hard to the
and Latinx
and holding so hard to these like they're so moral. They're like, everything is like you're wrong and if you if you've done something bad, then you need to go away forever. It's like this, that whole thing. I find all of it pretty exhausting, but
Somebody's been hanging out with the old guys.
I haven't.
No, I'm kidding. You always have been the same way. A contrarian.
I'm not really being a contrarian. I'm just pointing out that they're both accusing the other side of doing shit that they are doing. Anyway, it's not a new thought.
It's not funny. We're not being funny, and you guys deserve funny. So let's get into the ad read.
Let's get into the, okay. 'Tis the season, guys. 'Tis the season to give a gift he'll actually use.
And honestly,
and believe me, he will use it. He will.
Yeah, I've been using mine ever since they gave it to me. I think I use it once a week.
Can I tell you guys a story? I'll tell you a little story. Manscaped, as I read earlier, is the leader in men's below the waist grooming. Mm-hmm. Andy decided to go above, below, and beyond. Mm-hmm. All right. I came home from the cellar the other night. I stayed out a little too late.
Yep.
Came home. Andy, standing in the doorway of the hall, just butt naked, smooth as a dolphin.
Hairless below the eyebrows and above the knees.
Just, I'm talking under his arms, his nips, his whole face.
I wanted to see what happened.
His balls,
yeah,
his dick, his happy trail. It was crazy.
I was all off.
What
Without
happened
a
here?
nick. It's great. I love it. Smooth sailing. I love it. It's great. And you
just said that.
Could also enjoy this kind of smoothness, this kind of... People have tried to grab me lately. I just slip right out of their hands.
Yeah?
Try to grab my armpits. No, thank you.
It's
Try
like
to grab my dick
catch
and balls.
a salmon with your hands.
Exactly. You got to have bear claws, and nobody has those except bears, and there aren't any bears in New York City.
So at the very top of every man's wish list this year is MANSCAPED Performance Package 4.0. Inside, you'll find their lawnmower body trimmer, the best trimmer on the market for his balls, butt, and body. Plus the weed whacker, ear and nose hair trimmer.
I've been getting up in my taint.
Let's not forget their famous liquid formulations, the Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant and the Crop Reviver Ball Toner.
Yeah, I've been
to
toning my balls.
maximize your ball hygiene routine.
Yeah, don't have dirty balls, you stinky fucks.
Yeah. So get him the Performance Package 4.0 now, and he'll receive 2 additional free gifts, the Manscaped Boxers and the Shed Travel Bag. You guys get him. Okay, I'm going to say that again. You get him the Performance Package 4.0, he'll receive 2 additional free gifts. Mm-hmm. The Manscaped Boxers and the Shed Travel Bag. Your dad can't stop talking about this. You wish he would. Your boyfriend's obsessed with this. And your younger brother secretly buys this and probably does nastier things with it.
Yeah.
Why not give the men in your life the gift they really want? Now, these are our picks for Manscaped stocking stuffers that'll guarantee you'll win the gift-giving game this year. Okay? Number 1, Manscaped Signature Cologne. Number 2, the Shears 2.0 Luxury 4-piece Nail Kit. Everybody needs that. You can also use it. Number 3, Crop Mops Ball Wipes for the refresh we all know he needs. And I like that they just call them ball wipes.
Yeah, they're not trying to bury the lead.
They're not beating around the bush here.
Yeah, there is no more bush.
There's no more bush, so you got to go right to you got to get right in there.
Go to the details.
Crop Mops Ball Wipes for the refresh we all know he needs. The Crop Reviver Ball Toner and Refresher. So those are our top picks for the stocking stuffers. They're small enough to fit in a stocking. They're big enough to change his self-care routine. And we all know that every man needs to improve his self-care routine.
You need to step it up, boys.
Very important to Andy, these formulations are all vegan, cruelty-free, dye-free, sulfate-free, and paraben-free, so you know they're only getting the best.
Hate paraben. I always hated paraben.
Yeah, it's one thing. First date, we talked about how much you hated paraben for at least an hour.
I smelt you. I leaned in. I said, "Are you getting paraben on you? Because I'll fucking walk away."
You said, "Oh, you'll punch me in the neck."
Yeah.
So make sure you hurry to their site to ensure these wild gifts show up before the holiday season. And while you're at it, get 20% off plus free shipping at manscaped.com with code FYB. Listen, I know you guys listen to a lot of podcasts. I know you have a lot of choices in terms of promo codes. use ours because these other podcasts
don't know shit.
And also, they have more ads.
Oh, yeah, that as well.
All right, so head over to manscaped.com with code FYB. Whether this is for your partner, dad, brother, friend, they're all guaranteed to actually use and love anything you get them from Manscaped. Get 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com. Why can't I say that? With code FYB. Give them the gift of Manscaped this holiday season.
Wow, that was beautiful.
Thank you.
Rosebud, speaking of balls and men, we're going to be in Texas. Are you excited are you going to see any of your family while you're down there?
No. What are you, nuts?
Should we call them?
No, we're not seeing family.
Okay. That's out. Are you going to eat some barbecue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Are we going to be filming the entire Texas run? Yes. If you're a fan that lives there or even a fan that lives nearby and you show up, are we doing meet and greets? You bet your fucking ass we are. We're doing meet and greets.
I won't be, but I will watch.
You're not doing meet and greets?
I'm going to hide. I'm going to watch the meet and greets. Kind of a voyeur, you know?
That's creepy.
Yeah.
All right.
From a bush or a treetop.
Listen, you do what you got to do,
Or a nearby
babe.
window.
Why would you watch from a nearby window?
It just sounds fun, you know?
It's just a better spot to voyeur.
I've always wanted to be like a cop on a stakeout. So I'm going to watch you, you know, take pictures, you shaking people's hands.
Yeah.
And then maybe one of those
like
people.
Like a detective who was hired by a jealous boyfriend.
Yeah, maybe one of those people was wanted in connection to a murder. And then we send Dexter Morgan to go deal with that murder.
Yeah. Dexter Morgan from, you guys know it, the Showtime show.
Dexter. Not New Blood, although we have been watching it, but we've been binging the old stuff. Just because there's only one episode a week. I mean, you got to catch up.
It's crazy because I thought I had seen the entire, 7 seasons of Dexter. And as we're watching it, I'm like, oh no, I saw 3 episodes of Dexter and then maybe 1 season.
Yeah.
So I'm experiencing all of this for the first time.
It must feel amazing.
It's like falling in love.
Wow. That's so cute.
I don't know what it is about Michael C. Hall's hot, but he's weird looking too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like his face is, sometimes I'm like, your face is weird.
He's got theater energy.
Theater, yes.
He's got theater energy, and that is inherent. No matter how hot you are, theater energy is gross.
Yeah, there's something about it. It just feels like you've been in a musty basement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know that he's a damp boy, and you know that he's got a musk to him that is not a pleasant musk.
Yeah.
He's got an Elon Musk.
Yeah, and he's dated a lot of women that are still dressing like they're in the first season of Sex and the City.
Yeah.
But not as glamorous.
Yeah, I'd also say
theater
a fair
girls,
amount of goths probably.
Yeah, theater girls are always wearing what looks like it, it's like an almost costume.
Like a dress, you mean, with
with polka dots.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, why? And then character shoes, but just with a bow on them.
Yeah, I will say this, theater women that I've seen in the past and dated, their dress-up clothes always either look like costume supplies or they look like vintage, like secondhand.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, oh, that dress is not crisp, and the shoes they kind of work.
Yeah, it's like something you'd see on a mannequin in front of a fancy Goodwill.
Yeah, exactly. You know, a fancy Goodwill. Let's play fantasy Goodwill. Who's your team?
Which charity you supporting?
Salvation Army. They got staying power.
Wow. That's fucked up.
They got bells.
I'm supporting BLM.
Oh.
Wow. Can't believe you went with Salvation Army.
I'm supporting
so fucking old.
ISIS. Can I say that?
Probably no, shouldn't. You probably shouldn't.
Probably shouldn't. Strike that from the record.
Yeah, we didn't mean that.
We didn't mean that. Joke. It was a joke. And you know who's making bad jokes? Almost always. You don't ever really make bad jokes.
What do you mean?
You don't ever make a joke where you're like, hey, that was too far. Or
that's not true at all.
Not to me.
That is not true at all. Oh, what do you mean? When it's just us?
I'm always making jokes and they're inappropriate, or I'll say something to get a rise out of somebody, and then when they don't get the rise out of it, I'm like, oh shit. like, uh-oh.
Take your chances.
Yeah.
But this is the thing with you, is when a joke bombs, like I've seen you react when a joke bombs, and you just get really silent and go inside yourself.
I go, I'm a fucking fraud.
Yeah, you never go like, nothing on that? Did that suck? Why didn't anybody laugh at that? You always just go,
well.
You just look down at your lap.
Yeah.
It's like you're shaming your own.
I'm working on it. It's a work in progress, and much like the gumdrop tree, I have to find my value, inside. Mm-hmm. I gotta find it.
It's beautiful.
I gotta look for it.
Why don't you sing a song about that? I gotta find my value deep inside. I gotta reach down and touch the sky. I'm gonna find my value no matter what. I'm really gonna try to find my value, 'cause I'm your guy.
That was beautiful.
Thanks.
Wow, you really went for it.
Yeah.
You're not usually the singing one.
I know. I was like, let's switch it up. What'd you think of that?
This is beautiful. Did you ever do any musicals?
Yeah.
What was your favorite one to do? Company?
No, I was never in Company. I was never in a Stephen Sondheim musical.
Not one?
Not a single one.
I bet I know one.
What?
Pirates of Penzance?
Was not in Pirates of Penzance.
Okay. Cats?
Nope.
Les Miserables?
Nope.
Damn Yankees.
Here's the reason.
Guys and Dolls.
I was in Guys and Dolls.
First try.
I wasn't I wasn't the best for musical theater because I am a woman who's a baritone.
Yeah.
So people were like, yeah, we don't know what to do. I remember I played the Wizard in Wizard of Oz. And they were like,
Toto.
we don't even need to mic her.
I played Toto in The Wizard of Oz.
Did you really?
In an all-black production. We've spoke about it before. In an all-black production in 7th grade, I was Toto, and the only other white person, and it was a girl who played the witch. So the white people were the witch and the dog.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it was.
That's great.
And there was a dance routine.
Oh, yeah? Did you do it? Does
Yeah.
Toto take part?
Yeah, the whole cast.
Do you remember the moves?
Not at all.
I bet you do.
I mean, I vaguely remember them. I think we did, what's that, the butterfly?
You did the butterfly?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Is there, video footage of this?
I think somebody has to have it. I should hit up...
Does Anita have it?
No, I don't even think Anita went to the...
No, Anita definitely didn't
I
go.
don't think Anita went to watch.
No.
I think she probably made me take the bus.
Oh, Anita.
Yeah.
God.
Not a lot of support from old A. But she does reciprocate in cash and gifts.
My mom was trying to watch me on Charlemagne's show last night.
That's funny.
She's like, is Comedy Central, are you on TV or are you streaming? And I was like, on TV. And she was like, oh, I don't have cable. I wanted to see you on Charlemagne's show. And I was like, you wanted to watch Charlemagne's show.
Probably
That's
the
great.
only woman in that entire demographic watching that.
I don't think so.
White woman in her 60s in Maine. You think there's other?
No, you're right. You're right. Actually, I'm pretty
She
sure
would have
that's a
been the
safe
only
bet.
one. I think the Nielsen people would have been like, oh my, wait, Jesus Christ, get over here. We gotta. Are you seeing this?
What the hell's going on?
There's a white woman in Maine watching.
I got to tell you, it was a fun show to do. They've got a great audience.
Yeah, you said that they party.
Yeah.
It's like going to a beach in the Bronx in the summer.
Yeah. And it took place in the old, I didn't know this, but the old Daily Show was in that building.
Oh, it was in the West Side. Mm-hmm. That's cool.
Yeah. And I've been to the Daily Show, so I've been in that studio audience. But I don't know. I just remember it I remember it looking bigger because I wasn't working in entertainment. So I went and
That's one of the biggest problems when you get into showbiz and you really start to understand it. Those sound stages look real small. That's, because when you first walk in there, you're like, whoa, what a big sound stage. And then when you get used to it, you're like, this is kind of a tiny sound stage.
Yeah, and that's a big problem.
It's a bummer.
It's a major problem.
Hey, now that we've perfected all our jokes and said all of the funny things that we're capable of saying, do you want to get into some bad advice?
I would like to.
love to get into some bad advice. I would absolutely love that. So why don't you take it away?
Why are you just ready to
No, Is this all the same one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. There we
Here's
go.
some bad advice from Blake. Bad advice. Should it annoy me that someone in their 50s who got sober at 23 still leads with sobriety as their major claim of identity? Am I an ass for thinking they should get a hobby and become a hacky sack vegan instead? P.S. Child of a now sober alcoholic here. No, it's not my mother I'm referring to. She's lovely.
Honestly, Blake, I'm going to say this. That person is happier than all of us. And, well, I can't guarantee that.
The person who got sober at 23 and leads with sobriety as their major claim of identity?
I actually don't know. That now that I say it, I think about a lot of those codgers.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are pains in the asses. But there are some people that do their program well, and they've done it for like 40 years, and they just are like, they're not like so excited, but they're just like, keeps a bottle out of my hand and a gun out of my mouth, and they're just like fine with it. But this doesn't sound like that kind of person.
Yeah, I think it's like one of those people that's like got to bring it up every other sentence, that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Like and that does annoy me. Whenever somebody makes one thing their whole identity, even when I make shit my...
Like with me with alpacas.
Yeah.
Like every day, I'm like, we gotta save these alpacas.
Yeah.
There's farms going bankrupt. They're nesticizing the alpacas. Those are beautiful long-necked animals.
Yeah, and that's obnoxious because after a while you're like, Andy, please.
We could make a lot of money with this fur.
But I'm like, Andy, we're in the middle of, we're lovemaking right now.
And I'm like, are you thinking about the alpacas running free, happily fed, living on a farm?
I'm like, stop telling me my hair is softer than an alpaca. I don't need
that is a compliment.
I don't need you to bring it into
That's a
the
big
dirty
compliment.
talk.
Yeah.
So, and then, me, like I'm completely obsessed with nectarines, farming them, squeezing them, juicing them,
drying them,
juggling them,
using them to create lotions and scented candles.
I can't stop.
We have a whole room in our apartment now. We cut our bedroom in half and we made a nectarine lab.
When I had a Raya account, it was all nectarines.
Oh my God.
It was all nectarines covering my titties and my bush.
I did see this girl on TikTok today, and her whole thing was having boobs. Like I wasn't going looking. When you just swipe up on TikTok, it's my first time ever using TikTok. And so I'm just swiping up and it's pointing me in different directions. And this whole thing, and she wore this towel. It was called a Tata towel.
Yeah.
She must have like been an owner, because like every other video is her wearing a Tata towel, which is like a towel that goes around your neck and it basically
Covers
separately
your titties.
Doesn't cover them, just kind of like cups each one. So it's like, I can look her up if you want me to.
I want one.
But I was actually thinking it'd be good.
Yeah, I'd love a Tata towel.
Because you got some knockers.
Yeah, and when the titty sweat index is up in the middle of the summer, you need something like that just to soak it up.
What did I want to talk about? Oh,
wait, no, I was going to say something. I saw something on TikTok. There was like this little boy with his hair brushed to the side. One of our listeners actually sent it to me, and he was like, and his mom was like filming him from the front seat, and he goes, "You got to fix my hair when we get home," because his hair was like brushed like this. And she goes, "Why?" And he goes, "Because I look like my name is Andy."
Fuck. Man, imagine if I would have been an Andrew or a Drew. I'd be so different, so much more confident.
We could start calling you Andrew right now, today. It is your actual name.
Yeah, Santino's already got it. It's too many people know me as Andy, and I am youthful because of it.
I'm gonna start calling you Andrew. It's gonna turn me on.
I was thinking about this. How you're talking about like it sucks when somebody's whole identity is something.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this as
Blake was talking about it.
A joke a while ago was how you'll go to these places. Like I was reading this article, and these people, their whole life was to kill wolves. They were like their whole fight, their entire essence was they brought back the wolves to Yellowstone, and now the wolves are killing cows and cattle. So there's these people, and they're bloodthirsty, I guess, to kill. Like they'll go and they'll picket in front of a government office, and they'll ruin a town hall. And
but I bet even those people have like things that they got, hobbies and stuff that they talk. I bet it's not the only thing they talk about when they go home at night.
But this article really made it sound like that's what they kind of led with.
Well, I feel like even so, they have a hard ass life. Like if somebody in sobriety is making it sound like they were in Nam, it's like there are people who have been to Vietnam that talk about it less than you talk about sobriety.
Yeah.
Okay?
I mean, the most fucked up people don't talk about it.
Yeah.
God, I wish I was one of those kind of people. I wish that I could take all of that abuse and just package it into a fucking rock hard exterior and I just laugh quietly like Paul Newman. Yep. Hurt inside. I'm going to die.
That's what you want to be?
Oh, I would love it if I could compartmentalize. Ugh, beautiful.
So you want to be a sociopath?
I was raised by women. I got that feminine urge to share. Ugh, gross.
Babe, I was raised by women.
Yeah, but
By a
you
woman.
related to your father more, let's be honest.
That's because he wasn't there, so I got to make him up. Anyway, guys, this was fun. This was a fun episode.
We didn't think we were going to have it because Rosebud made pasta right before this, and it was just full of salt and butter, and my heart looks like that spinning wheel on Apple when it's working. My heart is just like, it's like a paperclip sweating. I don't know if that makes sense.
That was a nice pull. That was a reference from 1998.
MS Office.
Yeah.
Office 98.
Guys, come see us. Make sure you get out Andy's album. Make sure you get Andy's album, The Coward of Gramercy. It's out on all platforms now. It's streaming everywhere. Get it. Tell your friends about it. Share it. Fucking screenshot that shit. Tag Andy in it. Let everybody know.
A lot of you guys have too, and thank you so much. A lot of people have been coming out of the woodwork to share it, to post it, to tweet it. People that I didn't think thought of me have been sharing it. It's a really good feeling to feel loved like that, and it'll probably last a couple days. Then I'll go visit my mom, and the work will start again. Yeah. But until then, thank you.
Can you guys get my album too while you're at it?
Yeah, it's out there.
Head out there
and watch your special.
Get Whiskey Fists. Go watch Whiskey Fists if you haven't already. And you can go to my website and get tickets to my shows coming up, rosebudbaker.com. Okay?
And yeah, if you want to just put my album on when you leave the house and just hit that repeat button and just let it play. You're not going to get charged anything, but I will get paid.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, do that. All right, we love you guys. Wash your hands.
Don't lick your lover's eyeballs.
Don't spit in their mouths unless they ask you to.
And it's a committed monogamous relationship.
Bye-bye.
Bye.